Alright, so this is a vlog. Sometimes I just need the vent, alright? And I think YouTube is a perfect outlet to do it because I can get all your guys' opinion on the particular subject. So this one is more or less about those of you guys who live and have big families, alright? I'm not a family person. I never was. I dread going to my aunt's or uncle's house to go have dinner or whatever. It's just not something I'm into, alright? It's especially because when you rarely see a family member, it's kind of awkward, you know, and it's just weird. So I'm not a family person. And you all know that my parents are divorced and they are remarried. So at this particular house, the Xbox house, I have to share a room with someone else, and my sister has to do the same thing. Alright, there are 4 kids in the house, including myself, when everyone is here. And I'm so tired of this mentality where they consider everything as part of theirs. Because this happens in big families, you know, in big families, if you have one thing, it's everyone's. You know, you have to share it across everyone. Because, you know, there's a lot of people, not everyone can have their one specific item, alright? I grew up with just my sister, just me and my sister, alright? I have no other siblings. But I'm just so tired of people who do grow up in these big families thinking that everything else is theirs and they can just take without asking any permission. They can just take items and then just use it for themselves, alright? This isn't something that's really bad, you know, it's not like someone took all my games to play it for themselves and they just never returned it. It's not something like that, because if it was my games, someone would be dead, alright? What I'm talking about specifically is cologne. I don't wear, I really rarely do put on cologne. I really don't. You know, if I'm going somewhere really nice, like the Microsoft press conference, I probably will be wearing cologne, or something like a nice dinner, like a nice professional dinner with someone. I might wear cologne, but I rarely do ever put on cologne. But I'm so sick and tired when I come home after 2 weeks of not being here, and I come home and I see my stuff's been moved, or my cologne's been used, or my Xbox has been played, you know, it just frustrates me. I'm a very organized person. All my games here are organized in release date order. I never leave any of the discs in the tray. I always make sure that all of my games have their discs and their manuals and all their extra content included in the case. All right. What else? All my consoles up here, you know, that I display, they're all positioned correctly so you can actually see. So you know, it's not like you can just look in and everything's tilted or everything's weird. You know, I keep everything organized. And for someone my age, you don't really see that. A lot of people my age are like, I'm not gonna make my bed. I'm just gonna get it in it later tonight, or whatever. You know, why should I put my clothes away when I'm just gonna wear them anyway? A lot of people think like that. All right, I make my bed every day every morning when I wake up. It's just a habit that I've accumulated, I guess. And I live with someone the complete opposite of me, and that is frustrating. It is really frustrating because I have to share my room with someone who doesn't care about making their bed, doesn't care about freaking hanging up their towels, or doesn't care about borrowing someone else's things and just returning it. You know, no one cares about that. So it's a really tough time for me, you know, and I deal with it because all you can really do is deal with it. So I deal with it, but it frustrates me because he took a relatively expensive cologne, alright, that's been discontinued from one of my favorite brands, and he took a relatively expensive cologne that was a birthday present that I've had for almost 2 years now, alright. I rarely use this stuff, but he took it for himself, and his excuse was, I thought it was my dad's. To which I say, you thought your dad's cologne was in my drawer. Why would I have any of my stepfather's personal belongings in my drawer when you know me as this OCD mental type of person. All right, I don't think I'm not too obsessive with it. I mean, it's not like I have to dust everything that has dirt on it, all right? But I'm organized in a sense where I like everything to be positioned and where it is correctly. So this pisses me off. And especially, I just need to get this off my chest because no one cares. He just doesn't care. And you may say, okay, well, why don't you have someone talk to him? You got to understand that the people I live with don't have this mature mentality where you can just talk to them and they can understand and they can, put themselves in another person's position. These people are stupid. They're incompetent. And it frustrates me because, I mean, I'm the type of person who can intelligently sit down and have a conversation with you like this, understand where you're coming from at the same time getting my point across, and we can come to, an agreement. We can compromise. And these are people who are just like, it's what I want. Okay. And they just don't care. So I just need to get this off my chest. I want to know if any of you guys have this situation going on. Do you guys live with these, with big families where they just take stuff? Are you the type of person who, takes your stuff and is really, you're really valuable about what you have? You want all your stuff to remain in the best condition it can possibly be at the same time. I mean, one thing that really pisses me off, and I have little pet peeves, is when someone walks in when the door's closed and they leave and they don't close the door. And I made a vlog about this. When they leave and they don't close the door behind me. I mean, that gets me going, all right? Another thing that pisses me off, when people put fingerprints on my TV or computer monitor. It's not a touchscreen, all right? It's not. I don't have a touchscreen Sony Bravia TV. I'm sorry. I don't have that. When it comes out, I may get one. Then you can touch the screen and do anything you want. But when people are like, oh, click on this right here, and they press their finger right against that just... It pisses me off because, I mean, I want my TV to be fine, but at the same time, I hate when a glare comes on when you're playing a game or you're watching a video or something, and you see this gnarly fingerprint mark right here, and it just pisses me off. So I don't have a touchscreen TV. I don't think you guys have a touchscreen TV. And some people are like, whatever, who cares about that? This is just coming from my perspective, And that's kind of what separates me from the rest of the people, because a lot of people my age, they're all like, hey, YOLO, let's go partying, all right? Let's go do drugs and drink when I'm 21. Let's gamble. Let's go to Vegas, And I'm not like that. I don't care about going to parties. I didn't even go to my high school prom. I can give a shit less. I don't care about drinking. To be honest, I can't see myself ever drinking. Not even trying it because I'm curious, because I really am not. When I turn 21, I'm not going to Vegas. I'm not buying a beer or some other form of alcohol. It's not me. All right? And a lot of people are probably going to be like, yeah, you're going to drink eventually. I really don't think so. All right? You look at me. All right? I really don't think so. I'm not going to drink at all. Okay? I'm telling you guys that from basically a truthful perspective. I really can't see myself doing that. Just stuff like that. That's just me. All right, and I feel it's very difficult because there are so many people who just aren't like me. The majority of people my age are not like me. They don't care. They're not organized. If their friends are going to go to a big party, they'll go to a party. They want to get wild. They want to bang every single girl they see, and it's just it's not me. All right, and it's hard for me to understand a person from that perspective, and at the same time, it's hard for them to understand a person from my perspective. Everyone looks at me. They're like, this is stuck-up teenager that's not even fun. I'm not a fun guy. If you meet me, I mean, if any of you really met me in real life, I think you'd all be surprised, because I'm not the type of guy who'd be like, oh yeah, let's go to the movies at 2 o'clock and go see this. It's just, It's not me. Or let's go to my friend's party at 8 o'clock. It's all night, man. It's all night. I would never do that. It's just something I just am not interested in doing. It's something I would never do. So I just wanted to digress and get that off my chest. So and I want to know, you guys, are any of you guys like part of this big family where you have something? It may even be worse for you. People may even take games from you. All right? Do people just take games from you? Like your family just take games without your permission and start playing them and just leave shit everywhere? You know, I just want to know that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.